What if one single shift in overtime could redefine an entire Olympic dream? On a tense Wednesday night in Italy, Team USA stood on the razor's edge. General Manager Guerin, an Olympic veteran who once thrived under pressure on the ice, could only watch from his suite, powerless now in a suit instead of skates. He had built this roster for one purpose: gold. But after Sweden forced overtime with a dramatic extra attacker goal, everything hung in the balance. One shot, one bounce, one mistake. The arena felt different in overtime. The tight checking intensity of regulation gave way to the wide-open chess match of 3-on-3 hockey. Space appeared, lanes opened. And that's when Magic players stepped forward. Enter Quinn Hughes, the superstar defenseman, already transforming the Minnesota Wild since his blockbuster arrival, had been waiting for a moment like this earlier in his career. Circumstances kept him from representing Team USA in the Four Nations tournament. He had the desire. He had the form, but timing had other plans. This time, there would be no interruptions. In overtime, Matt Boldy slid the puck across the offensive zone. Hughes glided into space with that signature lateral movement, smooth, deceptive, impossible to track. He centered himself, eyes up. Lane identified dot and then release. The shot rang off the post and in, slicing past Jacob Markstrom before anyone could react. For a split second, there was silence, then eruption. Guerin launched out of his seat on the bench. Matthew Tkachuk leaped higher than he had in months across the ice. Sweden stood frozen. Team USA was moving on. It was relief, Hughes would later say, but relief doesn't quite capture it. This was redemption, opportunity, and belief colliding in one perfect moment. His brother, Jack Hughes, called it a massive moment. Brady Tkachuk said he had seen that move before. Dylan Larkin admitted that the instant Hughes touched the puck, he felt calm. We've got that guy, he thought. And that's what separates great teams from champions, having that player who can bend overtime to his will. Hughes became the first defenseman to score an Olympic overtime goal in a knockout game during the NHL era. In just 4 games, he stacked up numbers that placed him among elite Olympic company, echoing performances once delivered by Erik Karlsson and Brian Rafalski.